Morning, good morning, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, shalom, aloha, salam alaikum, and grand rising, and we're rising to the top, and we're rising to the top, and to the top, to the top. How y'all doing, family? Um, I've talked about this, but I'm gonna talk about it again because the universe pushed me to say this again. Men are complaining about women, women are complaining about men. So I'm in the kitchen, of course I'm making some bubble tea. And I'm talking to God. I said, God, everywhere I go, men are saying women are this, and women are saying men are that, and so on and so forth. And God said, let me take a sip of water. And God said, must you deal with a man? Must you deal with a woman? If you're not happy with them, must you? That's the message that came in. So I spoke back to God and I said, if people want to get married and have children, and the message came back again. Who said that you have to be married to procreate? And I kept quiet. Who said you have to stay in an unhealthy marriage or unhealthy relationship to procreate? Who said that? And I was quiet. Who said you must procreate? Just because I'm a woman doesn't mean I must procreate. That's not my purpose. Just because I'm a man and I have a bell between, because a bell, I have a bell between my legs doesn't mean that I must procreate. I was perplexed. I was like, wow. God want me to tell y'all this. For me, it has shown to me, it was I think last year I made a video about it. I have a son and I am definitely preparing my son to be self-sufficient. I'm sufficient to depend on himself, to know how to cook, to know how to do basic things. Cooking and cleaning is not a woman's job. There's no gender to that. That's something that you must learn how to do. Doing your own laundry is something that you must learn how to do. God want me to tell you, it's happening. Some people don't see it. But as time goes on, marriage will go down. People that want to procreate will come together in an agreement. We are going to have a child and we are going to co-parent. People are going to live in their separate homes and co-parent. Example, my son stay with me for school. When there's a holiday, when there's summer break, which this summer his daddy trying to be funny. He want my son to go to summer school. Well, he has two kids because the oldest son and my son, so two kids. They drive him crazy summertime when they're in the house. So he was like, oh, just let them go to summer school. I know, because he don't want to deal with that. But I know. To cut it short, he spent all his summer with his dad. And it's a holiday, he's with his dad. When we were together, it was very bad. One day I'm going to tell you some of the things that I went through. And I'm grateful to God that I went through this because I can sit down and lecture other people. I can help people heal. I understand. That's why I made a video the other day and I said when a woman use their child, or I said when a man use their child as a pawn, to hurt the other person, I don't want you to see that child. I don't want you to see that child is coming from a place of hurt. Because once upon a time I was hurting. I didn't want my son to see his father, even though I still let him see it. But once I heal, I'm good. I had to go through that. So one day when somebody comes to me going through that similar situation, I can sit you there and say, no, you're going through this because you haven't healed. Yeah, understand? A time will come, people will live their purpose. We are not living our purpose. See, by by societal standards, I was called to be a rec therapist, right? But my purpose on this planet is to heal. That's why God has blessed me with them hands. There's a difference. We all have a purpose, and most of us ain't living our purpose. We are living what the matrix is telling us to do, and it's not working. A lot of us are quick to say, but our ancestors did it. Our ancestors had million kids. They didn't have birth control. They didn't go to school. They had a lot of kids because they needed help on the farm. Kids were like a meal ticket. Kids were like a retirement plan for our ancestors. And that's the reason why some of us have this negative dark energy, and we keep passing it on. Look at Puff Daddy, P. Diddy. His daddy was not good. He went ahead and procreated with Diddy. Diddy has also procreated. If I bet you one of his kids is just like him. All I'm trying to say is that we must not all procreate. There are specific souls that God created for us to procreate with. It hit me 2 weeks ago. I was in the kitchen and I said, you know what? Well, my son has most of my quality. My son, he's a kind little man, and I know society needs people like him because he has some of my kindness. He's a good boy. He's gonna be a good man. I just know. I was there and I'm like, I should have 10 kids with a good man. So a good woman with a kind that I don't know how to explain it. Somebody that has compassion for the planet. If I was to meet a man that has the same qualities, we must procreate 10 kids because the planet need energies like us. But no, we just procreate with dark energies, with dark entities, and we wonder why the world is the way it is. But to come back again, people are going to stop procreating. They will stop it. People are going to leave their purpose. People will wake up to see that marriage is scam. A lot of men say, I don't want to get married because when I cheat and she get divorced, she's going to take half of what I want. So a lot of people are going to not want to get married. They will have kids. They will will everything to their kids in case something happened and they're not no more. It will go to their kids. I don't want to make this too long. It's happening. It's happening. I see it. I don't know if some of you see this. A lot of women are being unalive in the name of relationship. A lot of men, y'all don't want to know what some of these men go through. I speak with a lot of men. There are men in sexless marriage. We're not even going to talk about that. But they're still in there. They're not happy. And when you talk to them, I'm doing it for the kids. But you forgot that the energy in that household is what the children are picking up. And that's where they will also grow and go do the same thing. We are all doing what we saw our parents doing. We're not looking for love. We're just looking for a maid. The women are looking for somebody to pay the rent so they could live rent free. The men are looking for somebody to have sex with them and to cook for them and clean for them. Nobody's really looking for love genuinely. That will pass little by little. This generation, as much as we say we worse, we bad, this is one of the wonderful, blessed generation ever because they are turning things around. They're like, no, we're not. Even to the point where some women say they would choose the bear over men. And some men are mad about it. I said, why are you mad? If I know I'm going to get married to a man and there's a possibility this man will unalive me because most of the time you can't tell they're going to unalive you. If you knew that your man was going to unalive you, would you marry them? No. If you knew that your woman was going to get pregnant and carry another man's baby and make you take care of that child until 20 years later and you find out through a DNA test that baby wasn't yours, would you have been with that woman? No, you wouldn't. So you see, it's happening. I told my male friends, I said, why are you mad? If a female want to choose a bear, at least when you see a bear, you know a bear is not a human being. A bear is an animal. It's two things. It's either you can play dead or the bear will bear you. At least you know that. But when you with a fellow human being, you're not thinking they're gonna unalive you. So let me just take the bear. I might have a chance of survival. Don't let it bother you. Just be a good person. Don't be that man that a female will choose a bear over. Just be a good person. Again, it's happening. Whoever that told us we must procreate, they've lied to us. Everybody didn't come here to procreate. I'm going to refer you to your fingers again. They are not the same. We are all here on a different purpose. Thank you for watching. I love you. One love. That's the message that God wanted me to share with you. Tell me if it doesn't make sense. Maybe you just don't get it yet, but one day you will.